My father, Wayne Sorensen, is a lot of things. He's a son, husband, father, Sunday school superintendent, building designer, volunteer mountain climber, and artist. I have many amazing memories of growing up in the beauty of Everson, Washington, and a lot of them are filled with images of watching my father sketching. If you enter his work office, you'll see walls covered with his pictures. You can't enter his car without removing a sketch pad from the car seat. There are always sketching materials next to his favorite chair, and when he isn't working on a building plan, you will find him at his drafting table with music on, sketching away. These pictures are mostly of historical homes, including places that no longer exist. Now that my father lives in Arizona, the buildings have an even more special meaning because they remind him of home. As he gets older and travels more, his home and office are filled with pictures of new places. My father has always been interested not only in the buildings, but also what goes on inside them. His pictures are often accompanied by photos and stories from the people who know the history of what has happened inside the walls. It has always been a goal of mine to put together a coffee table book of all the homes designed by my father and call it In My Father's House. That dream has been modified with input from my father to become this interactive coloring book. We've taken the original sketches and deconstructed them digitally, removing some of the detail to allow the coloring artist to add their own imagination.
I'm Wayne T. Sorensen, T for Theodore. I've been doing architectural work for a number of years, probably about 60 years. I drew as a small child, but my first actual commercial attempt was about 7 or 8 years old in a Boy Scout magazine. I did that and I submitted it, and it come back rejected. So that was my first attempt, and that was way back in the 40s. I'm from a Christian family as such, up on the Canadian border, up in Washington State, and we lived in the country, and the glories around us as a boy, and all the godly things you have out in the nature, it just was inspired that there's a lot of beauty out there, and how can you capture it and enjoy it. So God has given me a gift, and I know that, and my relatives certainly tell me that. The coloring book project to me is going to be very interesting. It takes a whole different outlook of how my art represents, and I think the people that are going to look at it in a book and show their talent on my type of work is going to be a very, very interesting experience.
Anytime you move away from the place that you live, it's just a different feeling. And so with Dad and Mom being down in Arizona, we were looking just for a fun project, and I said, well, Dad, I go, why don't we turn your pictures, because everybody loves them, and they're pen and ink, into a coloring book? And Dad kind of went, what? And I said, sure. So we went through a process of trial and error, and about 6 months later found out what worked. And it was really neat, because then you are seeing homes that you grew up around, and was just a neat project.
Do I have a favorite drawing? I have that asked me all my life. Do I have a favorite drawing? And I get so tired of it, and I say my favorite drawing is my next drawing. And that's all the only answer I have. I have no favorite drawing. They're all different. And even if I take the same subject and do it twice, they do not come out the same. And I can't even copy my own drawings.
We have to thank everybody for buying the book, and we hope they enjoy it.
Yes, I hope they enjoy it as well. And I hope somebody comes up with some good coloring. I'd love to see those drawings be colored.
Post it in
because
color.
I would never do it.